Welcome to tutorialsinhand.com. In this video tutorial, we are going to see how we can create calculator program in Java. To create a calculator program, we first need a class that would contain the logics for addition, subtraction, multiplication or division and so on. So this is the one class which contains the logic. I have already written it at this place because the video will get very long if I start writing those as the video proceeds, so I have kept it handy at this place. Another one is the main class from where we can call these methods, and the another one is a getter setter class, that is a POJO class, which will help you to pass the parameters of these methods when you call it. That means it is accepting two parameters like number 1, number 2, so it will help you to pass the parameters. But for now we are not going to have the third class. We will rather have it in the next video tutorial. Let's first understand the basic, and once you are clear how these two class works, then we will introduce the third class, that is the POJO getter and setter class as well. For now I will, instead of using getter and setter to pass these parameters, would pass it as a hard-coded value. So you can see that this TIH calculator class has method add, which accepts two parameters of type integer, and then after accepting it, it adds those number and then stores the result in integer variable add result, and then in the next line it simply prints the result as shown over here. Now similarly it has another method which is subtract. It also accepts two parameter which is of type integer, and then after accepting it, it subtract the second number from the first number, as you can see num2 minus num1, and it stores the result in subtract result integer variable and then print the result as shown over here. Similarly it has a multiply method, and now to have some diversity we have introduced three parameters and all are of type integer. We can also have them as double or float or anything else, but for now just keep it as it is, that is all three are of type integer. And once we have accepted these parameters, then we are multiplying all the three numbers, and after multiplying we are storing the result in an integer variable named multiply result, and then again we are printing the result at this place. So this is the logic that we have. You can add more logic like division, modulus and so on, and try to perform the coding on your own to increase your understanding or confidence in writing the Java programs. For now we will just have these three logics for the simplicity reason. And now we are moving to the main method, and we will call each and every method that we have of TIH calculator class. And you know that if we want to call method of any other class in some other class, as you see TIH calculator is another class and tutorials in hand is another class. So we want to call the methods of this TIH calculator class. So in that case we have to create the object, and in our previous video tutorials we have also explained how you can create object of any class. So to call object of any class, you have to use new keyword and then invoke the constructor of that class. So this is how you can create the object of TIH calculator class. You first create the reference. This could be any name. You can have it as cal or calc, whatever you want, but the naming convention should be really good, and the calculator looks much better than any of the names that we had given earlier. So calculator is the reference, and once you have created the reference, invoke this new invoke constructor using this new keyword, and thus our object is created. And now we can use this reference calculator to call the methods by using the dot operator. And now once you press dot, you see the methods that are present for this particular class are available to you. We have addition, we have add method that accepts two parameter of integer type, and if we choose this one, by default it is giving 0 and 0 because this is how it is programmed. Now you can pass your own values, that is 10 and 20 or whatever you want as a hard-coded value. As I said, we are not using the getter and setter to pass these parameters, so here for the simplicity reason we will use the hard-coded value, and in the next video tutorial we will pass it using getter and setter method. So in this case what is happening, this is going to call the add method of this TIH calculator class, right? And if you want to see that whether it is really calling the method of this class or not, so in that case what you can do is you can press Ctrl, hover your mouse over this add method and then click on it. Once you click, you see it is taking you to TIH calculator.java class and highlighting this add, showing you that this is the method which is getting called from here, and you are passing two parameters 10 and 20 which will get stored over here in int num1 and int num2 respectively. That means 10 will get stored in integer num1 and 20 will get stored in the integer num2, and then once it is stored it will add num1 plus num2 which is having the value 10 and 20, and the addition result, that is 30, is getting stored in this add result integer variable which is getting printed at this place, and thus once this is executed we will get addition result is 30 printed on the console. So let's check whether we are getting the output that we have shown or not. Remember, in this case only we have called one method, that is add, so only addition is going to get performed. See, addition result is 30 is getting printed from here. Addition result is the commented part and the add result is the value that has came from the calculation of these two numbers, and that is what is getting printed over here. Now let's call another method, subtract calculator dot, and now just type s and you will see subtract is suggested. That means subtract is there in TIH calculator which accepts two integer parameter, and let's pass two integer values. Now let's pass the first number as 30 and the second number as 15, and now if you want to see where or which method is getting called, just press Ctrl and hover your mouse over this method, click on it, it will take you to the place which is getting called over there. So this is the method which is getting called, and you are passing two parameters 30 and 15, and then 30 is going to get stored in num1 and 15 is going to get stored in the num2 parameter, and then we will subtract 30 with 15 and get the result, and the result will get printed at this place. And now you see we have this time two methods getting called, that is add and subtract. So we will have two results printed at this place, that is first will be of the addition when this is going to get executed, and once it is executed successfully we will come to the next line where it is calling the subtract method, and it will execute this method subtract and print the result on the screen. So let's see whether we get the desired output or not. See, we are getting minus 15 as the result because we have passed 30 as num1 and 15 as num2. So what is happening is we are subtracting num2 minus num1, that is 15 minus 30, and 15 minus 30 would be minus 15. So that is what we have got. Similarly, now we can call this multiply method with three parameters, and this time instead of passing two parameters we need to pass three parameters while calling this method. So in this case again we will use this reference calculator and then invoke multiply method which accepts three parameters, so we have to pass three integer values. So let's pass 2, 10 and 20. Now just again press Ctrl, hover your mouse over this multiply, click on it, it will take you to the place which is getting called. So num1 will have the value as 2, num2 will have the value as 10, and num3 is going to have the value as 20. So we are going to multiply 2, 10 and 20, that is num1, num2 and num3 is getting multiplied, that is 2 into 10 is 200 into 20 is going to be 400. So the calculation result that we get is stored in this multiply result, which is getting printed over here. And now if you execute this, you will get 3 results printed on the console. See, you are having the 3 results printed on the console. Now this result as you are printing on the console, but what you can do is you can return these results if you have any UI which shows as a calculator, standard calculator. So in that case it allows the user to enter 2 numbers, and once they enter 2 numbers, you are calculating based on those numbers and returning the result which will be shown to the user on the UI itself. So for now we do not have any UI, so in that case we are printing the results on the console. So I would suggest you add few more methods like division and modulus and so on, and then call those methods from this place to gain some confidence. Hope you have enjoyed this video tutorial. If yes, please like and subscribe our channel to help us motivate. Thank you.